Hi everyone. Okay, so this is an impromptu video since that I received multiple DMs about psychology. Okay, even my own students ask me, I don't know what to do after this. Okay, miss, what should I do after I finish my degree? Where should I go with bachelor's in psychology? Okay, so here's the thing, I'm going to just tell you briefly what is psychology and what you will learn in psychology courses. Okay, first thing first, psychology is social science. Okay, what I mean by social science is you learn about the human mind, and also you learn about how humans behave. Okay, so it's what's in the brain and how people behave outside or in a group or in a social group. Okay, so okay, for instance, in this world, okay, we have different types of human beings. All right, so there are many existing theories. Okay, for example, in psychology, whatever theories are correct as long as you have explanation or justification, okay, to support that explanation. Okay, for example, personality. Okay, personality seseorang. Okay, some people says that, some research says that personality are born. Okay, people are born with that particular personality, but some research says that this personality comes from education. We educate this individual to have this type of personality. Okay, for example, some research says that, okay, this person was born to like yellow. Okay, but some research says that this person was educated to like the color yellow. Okay, alright, so both are correct because both research has support. Okay, so in psychology, every argument is correct as long as you have the evidence. Okay, so another question, can you read people's mind? No, we don't read people's mind, but we understand why this person is like that. Okay, why this person is feeling sad. Okay, so because we have the empathy, we cannot read your mind, we cannot visualize what's in your head. No. Okay, all right, so in psychology is broad. Okay, broad. So when people say they want to take psychology, I would usually ask, which psychology? Why? Okay, first, psychology, you will learn biological psychology. Okay, you learn about the brain, the different parts of the brain. Okay, you have 4 lobes, 2 hemispheres. You learn about gray matter, the white matter. Okay, you learn about, okay, when you are angry, which hormone is responsible for this. Okay, when you are in love, which hormone is responsible for that. Okay, that is when you learn in biological psychology. And then moving on to cognitive psychology. Cognitive psychology is you learn on memories. Okay, memories, how do you retrieve information, how you get in information, and how it process in your brain, and how do you remember. Okay, when you remember, what happens, how do you want to retrieve the information out again. So that is cognitive. Okay, you learn about problem solving, decision making, all those things. And then moving on to educational psychology. Okay, educational psychology is you will learn on, okay, what happens if I put the students in rows, or what happens if I group the students. Okay, you learn all about the learning theories, especially for teachers. Okay, teachers, how do I make my class effective. Okay, how do I make students learn effectively. So that is educational psychology, and that is my background. Okay, I did my master's in educational psychology, and now currently pursuing my PhD in educational psychology, and also currently teaching educational psychology. Okay, and then you have developmental psychology. Developmental psychology is more to development from babies to adolescence to adulthood to elder age. Okay, you will learn how the brain develop, physical development, and so on. And then you have abnormal psychology. Abnormal psychology is you learn about why people take drugs. Okay, all this abuse, substance abuse, psychopaths, and also children with special needs, ADHD, dyslexia, autism, that falls under the abnormal psychology. Then you have neuroscience and behavior. Neuroscience behavior is more like you learn about the hormones, okay, hormones, the dopamine levels in our brain, EEG, MRI, fMRI, okay. And then we have forensic and criminology. You learn about, okay, why people ada rasa macam nak bunuh diri, okay, why people commit crime, okay, what are they thinking in their head when they do that. So that is under criminal psychology. And then we have clinical psych. Okay, clinical psychology is you deal with clients, you meet with clients to identify problems, emotional, mental, and behavior. And then we have industrial psychology. Okay, industrial psychology, industry, of course you work with people at the industry, the workers' attitude, workers' behavior, the workplace productivity, mental well-being of employers, etc. And then you have social psychology. Social psychology is more than how people's thoughts, how people think, feelings and behavior that influenced by other people. That is social psychology. And then also we have health psychology. Health psychology is, for example, you deal with people that has chronic diseases. Okay, so you are there to tell them that, okay, factors that affect the treatment of the disease, or what they can do to have a healthy lifestyle. See, psychology is huge. It's very, very broad. That's why when people come to me and say, what will I do after this? Okay, even when students ask me, I don't know what to do next, miss, I don't know where should I go next. So if you go into these fields, you will learn all these courses, then you will feel like, okay, you will choose your most favorite field. For example, let's say if you choose, and for me, I'll talk about my own experience. I was not in psychology background. My degree was in cognitive science, but we learned a little bit of psychology. Then I thought I like cognitive psychology. I did my FYP in cognitive psychology. Then during my internship, I did my internship at a dyslexic school in Kuching. So I thought, okay, I like to deal with education, so I chose educational psychology. And educational psychology is, yeah, as I mentioned earlier, I learned about all the learning theories, how you could make learning effective, how teachers could what are the learning methods that teachers could use for effective learning, and so on. Okay, so that's why once you know what you want to do, what you like, then you go through that. Okay, for example, if you want to take clinical psychology, you need to take a master's in clinical psych, then you can be a clinical psychologist. But if you have only bachelor's in psychology, for example, you can go to schools as a school counselor maybe, or you can work anything related to human behavior. You may even go to human resource. You can also go to banking line. But if you want to be an expert in, let's say, industrial, or you want to be an expert in clinical health, you have to study a little bit more further. Okay, if you want to teach psychology, you have to go, if you want to go through the education line, means that you have to go a little bit higher. Okay, after that masters, you go for your PhD, you go into the academic field. Okay, so I hope this information is helpful for those who have asked me. So any questions, you can always DM me or just comment below. So thank you, stay safe, stay healthy, and